Welcome everyone to the dedication ceremony here at the Parks Department building in honor of our good friend Matty Croughan. I would like to acknowledge the Croughan family, Irma, Matty's lovely wife, and his two wonderful children, Matt and Marissa. In addition, I would like to give a warm thank you to Mayor John Cosgrove and Deputy Mayors Ed Trowinski and Jeannie Barata. Also, Council members Lisa Swain, Kurt Peluso, and Borough Manager Jim Van Kroonigen. Without your support and assistance in recognizing Matty's outstanding achievements and contributions to the Borough of Fairlawn, we would not be standing here today. Matty was a hard-working family man who always would lend a helping hand to anyone. You could find Matty volunteering his time lining a Fairlawn All-Sports baseball field, helping a friend with a home construction project, or just spending a Saturday afternoon at a Fairlawn High School Cutter football game. Matty had everyone's best intentions at heart. He also had a way of assisting many of us with job opportunities here within the borough. Matty was always looking out for others. That was his makeup, and that's who he was. Out of all of his accomplishments throughout the years that we are honoring Matty today for, the most important quality in Matty I would like to recognize is his genuine way he led his life. He was a kind, caring, sincere man, and one of my dearest friends. He was always modest and humble, and I admired those qualities about him. At this time, I'd like to welcome our mayor, John Cosgrove.
Thanks, Jimmy, and good morning to everyone. On behalf of the council and myself, I want to thank all of you for being here today to honor Matty Croughan. This dedication is especially gratifying to me because Matty was a friend of mine, a good friend, and I had known him all my life. To put it simply, Matty Croughan was a Fairlawn icon. He was known to all, and all who knew him loved him. He was a Fairlawn guy through and through, and he loved our town and was a dedicated member of our community. He was a proud veteran, like his father Tom, at our American Legion Post 171. He was a member of the Ambulance Corps, coached with Fairlawn All Sports, and he was an avid Fairlawn High School sports fan. I can remember to this day running out on the field or walking through the tunnel and having Matty tap me on the shoulder pads when I played at Fairlawn High School, telling me, "Kazi, have a good game." Matty was employed by the borough for 33 years and was the department left as the superintendent of Parks and Recreation. He was known for his loyalty to his employees and his dedication to the borough, which is why we are here today, to dedicate this building in his memory. But there is more to be said about the person, Matty Croughan. He was a loving husband to Irma, an adoring father to Matt and Marissa. He was a great neighbor who took care of the older people in our neighborhood. I witnessed it firsthand as he helped older citizens with chores, with shopping, and so on and so forth. And Matty was the kind of guy I'll never forget. One night we had a big snowstorm, a couple feet of snow. I was in the firehouse for probably 24 hours, and I went home and I shoveled my walk, and then I went down to my mom's, and the snow was frozen. And I can tell this story today because I'm the mayor and Matty can't get in trouble, but as I stood on the snow pile, down the street came the yellow Burrow truck with the snowplow on it. Matty pulled into my driveway and dragged this big mound of snow out. I said, "Matty, I don't want you to get in trouble for doing this." And he said, "Kazi, you were at the firehouse for 24 hours. I can't wait for somebody to come up and tell me I'm doing the wrong thing." But that was Matty. And everyone here who knew him knew that that's just the way he was. So today we've come here to dedicate this building in memory of Matty, a person who dedicated his life to our borough. This is a great tribute to Matty, but probably the ultimate tribute is this naming is requested by the people who worked with him, the people who worked in Parks and Recreation and stood by him every day. I agree with their decision, and I can think of no better person than Matty Croughan to receive this honor. I'd like to call Councilman Kurt Peluso up and the family so we can give them this proclamation. So Irma, Marissa, and Matty, come on up. Presented by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Fairlawn, this building is hereby dedicated in the loving memory of Matty Croughan, a lifelong resident of the Borough of Fairlawn and a borough employee for 35 years, devoted husband, father, veteran, and friend, kind, caring, and committed volunteer, remembered here today for his numerous accomplishments, valued friendship, and unwavering support of his community. And it's signed by me, John J. Cosgrove, Mayor, dated today.
Last time I held a microphone, I think I got in trouble for it somewhere. It wasn't mine to be held. Thank you all so much, everybody here that showed up. Thank you for everything. This is such an amazing thing. It's wonderful beyond my imagination. It's such an honor for our family, my father, and all of his friends to have the buildings dedicated in his name. It's, my father, for all of you who may not know, grew up on Bel Air, less than probably a quarter mile away. And he would always tell me stories about how he would, go to the pool and do things with his friends and come up to the park and walk around the river up and down looking for, arrowheads, Indian arrowheads, and making their makeshift rafts out of whatever they found and try to go floating around the river. And basically, before there was all these toys and gadgets that we have nowadays to keep us occupied. They made fun out of the town, and they loved it for what it was. And I think that's what mostly brought my father to work, for the town. He loved it. I remember him telling me stories about he loved the thrill of, having to go out in the middle of the night, snowstorms or water main break. He needed to make sure the police could get around, and our volunteer ambulance corps and fire departments, they had to all be able to get around the streets of Fairlawn, to do what was best for the town and your family, your friends, your neighbors. That's what Fairlawn is. It's a big family. It's a 30,000+ person family that we all love. And it was just wonderful. I remember coming here as a real little kid in elementary school, and I said, "Dad, you're in charge of the Parks Department. Why do you need an office?" I didn't understand it. I think he was a little insulted, but he explained to me, I need to do my paperwork, and what little paperwork it was, he said he got that done early in the morning, because no matter how early I woke up, I could never catch him in the morning. I would get up before 6, sometimes 5 in the morning to watch cartoons, and I still couldn't get my father. He must have been here already doing whatever he did, and getting the guys together. And so he explained to me, he's like, I really don't need an office, but this is a good place for the guys to come by and hang out, and if they need to talk about something or something's on their mind, they have an issue, work-related, personal, whatever it is, they'll come by, they'll hang out, we'll talk about it. And he had this old metal desk that he probably found on the garbage or at the recycling yard, and it was full of little notes from Jimmy and George Fries. Matty, thank you for this, thank you for that, good job with this, good job with that. And my father kept these little notes, and I know he saw them every day, along with all the pictures on his walls. There were bulletin boards on his walls of what was going on in town, the tree lightings, this, that, all the good stuff that was happening, and all the stuff that he did, and the town, things that were going on with the town. These were